Welcome to Channel 69 Cavendish News. I'm your host Simon Mason, live from Benya's ping pong table. Today we'll be covering the construction of a section of the Burlington Railroad just south of our great village of Cavendish. At the scene is Mr. Increase Quigley. Increase, over to you.
Good morning, Simon. Right now, a rail crew is blasting away at the rock right over here. Mr. Phineas Gage, the foreman of this crew, has told me about the process. It's rather simple. The crew bores a hole, pours gunpowder in it, puts this rod, and puts some sand in it. They light the fuse, and it explodes. The broken rock, is moved away, and train tracks are set down. Because I'm very excited for this upcoming development, because I love trains. Back to the desk.
Thank you for teaching us about rock blasting. Increase. Up next, the 1849 Tennessee Walker. Does it live up to the hype? The answer will be right after this message from our sponsor, Dixon Ticonderoga Pencils.
What is that? Is that a quill? What are you, my grandfather? Your friends hate reading your writing because you're always insecure. Half the stuff you write is later scribbled out. You know, I got a solution for you though. What do you need? Dixon Ticonderoga pencil. Everybody uses them. Your friends, your dad, your mom, the president, even the town drunk. What's great about the new Dixon Ticonderoga pencils is that they have erasers, so no one will see how insecure you are. Because you can just erase it, no one will see scribble marks. So I'm telling you, what you gotta do, I mandate that you go to the general store right now, the one nearest to you, buy 1, 5, 6, 11 numbers, pencils. Buy them. They're better than quills. They're better than everything. Pay my bills.
Welcome back to Channel 69 Cavendish News. I'm your host Simon Mason. Breaking news. The railroad foreman Increase was talking to earlier, Mr. Phineas Gage, was involved in a freak accident where his tamping iron went straight through his skull and flew 80 paces away. We have the man who treated him, Dr. John Harlow, here with us on the telegram. Doctor, over to you.
The tapping iron left a 1 1/4 inch hole going through the lower jaw, through his left eye, and out the top of his skull, severing a chunk from his frontal lobe to the rest of his brain. After the rod went through his skull, he started convulsing, but was later able to walk with assistance. Upon admission to the office, he yacked and squeezed out half a teacup of his brain from the opening in his skull. However, Mr. Gage is very lucky, as he is alive and can speak. That is all we know for now, as the condition is still developing, expecting news from the forthcoming months.
Doctor, we'll update you in the coming months. Welcome back to Channel 69 Cavendish News. I'm your host Simon Mason. Today's date is May 21st, 1860. We regret to inform you that Mr. Phineas Gage, the man who had a railroad spike go through his head a few years ago, has recently passed away from a seizure. We have Dr. John Harlow with us again to talk about the event.
Phineas Gage sadly died last night from a apparent seizure, possibly caused by the accident 12 years ago. Before the accident, Gage was a level-headed, hard-working man that everyone he worked with respected. However, after the accident, Phineas was no longer the same. He lost control of his impulses. Phineas became a man who used very many profanities, acted very impulsively, and went into delirium sometimes. In addition, he lost sight of his left eye and had partial paralysis in the left side of his head. After the recovery, he worked as a stagecoach driver in Chile and California. We have lost one of the curious medical cases in history. R.I.P. PG.
Welcome to Channel 69 Cavendish News. I'm your host Simon Mason. From our studio at the great on the scene is Simon Mason.
That's me. What's that? Is that a quill? What's that? A quill? What are you, my grandfather? Huh?
Welcome back to Channel 69 News Cavendish. The man Phineas Gage, the man...
Morning, Simon. Right here is a crew bores a hole,